So welcome, this is CAI 9709, May June 2010, Statistics Paper 63. So there are something around 7 questions. We shall try to solve all the questions. So the first question is, a bottle of sweets contains 13 red sweets. So how many red sweets are there? 13 red and 13 blue, 13 green and 13 yellow sweets. So there are 13 blue, 13 red, 13 green and 13 yellow sweets are been there. Now what is being asked? 7 sweets are selected at random. So I am selecting 7 sweets out of them. Out of all these, 7 are being selected at random. Then what is being asked? Find the probability that exactly 3 of them are red. So totally I have 13 plus 13, 13 plus 13 plus 13 is nothing but 52. So 52 C7. I want 3 of them to be red. So out of these 13, I select 3, so 13C3, and remaining 4, I'll be selecting from these 39. So it is going to be 39C4. Simplify by calculator, it should be 0.176. Question number 2, the heights x centimeters of a group 82 children are summarized as follows. So every time make it as 2 columns, original and coded data. For coded data, sigma x minus 130 is equal to minus 287, means from every height 130 has been subtracted and then added it up. Standard deviation is going to be 6.9. Find the mean height. He is asking us to find it out the mean height. So and n is equal to how much? 82. So I am going to find the coded mean. Coded mean means sigma x minus 130 divided by n. So which is minus 287 divided by 82. This is coded mean. So I want to get the original mean. So I want to get the original mean. What should I do? I should be getting it out, taking the coded mean and undo that one. Minus 130, I have done it out. So I have to add plus 130. So from coded mean to original mean, you have to nullify the effect. Previously, I have subtracted minus 130. So now I am going to add it up plus 130. So I take the coded mean 287 upon 82 plus 130. So what is that? So I take this calculator. So minus 287 divided by 82, which gives me minus 3.5 plus 130. So the answer is 126.5. So it is 126.5. That's going to be the answer. Coming to the mean, that's what. Next, what else is being asked? He is asking sigma x minus 30 whole square. So for that, standard deviation has how much has been given? 6.9. Standard deviation is 6.9. So standard deviation formula is sigma x minus 130 whole square upon n minus coded mean whole square is equal to 6.9 square. So sigma x minus 130 whole square value has to be found out upon 82 minus coded mean was minus 3.5 whole square is equal to 6.9 square. From there, sigma x minus 130 whole square upon 82 is equal to 6.9 square plus minus 3.5 square. So finally, I am going to get the value of sigma x minus 130 whole square as 82 times 6.9 square plus, I can neglect that minus value, 3.5 square. Simplify by calculator, you should be getting it out 4905, 4908.5. That's going to be the answer for the second question. Now coming to the third question. Krista takes her dog for a walk every day. The probability that they go to the park on any day is 0.6. So they go to the park and do not go to the park. Park, not go to the park is 0.6. So do not go to the park will be 0.4. If they go to the park, the probability that 0.35 that the dog will bark. So barking, not barking. Barking is 0.35. So remaining will be 1 minus 0.35, which is 0.65. So how I got this one? 1 minus 0.35. How I got the 0.4? 1 minus 0.6. If they do not go to the park, there is a probability that 0.75 that the dog will bark. So for not going to the park, it will bark is 0.75. So the remaining part will be 0.25. How I got 0.25? 1 minus 0.75. This is for not barking. Find the probability that they go to the park on more than 5 of the next 7 days. So they go to the park. So over here, success is going to the park, which is 0.6. Failure will be not going to the park, 0.4, and n is equal to nothing but what? 7. And I want greater than 5. So it should be 7C6. Success 6 times, failure 1 time. 7C7, success 7 times, failure 1 time. So 7C6, 0.6 whole to the power of 6 and 0.4 whole to the power of 1 plus 7C7, 0.6 whole to the power of 7, 0.4 whole to the power of 0, not 1, it is whole to the power of 0. Simplify by calculator, it should be coming something around 0.159. Find the probability that the dog barks on any particular day. So I want the dog to be barking. So it can be either be going to the park and barking and not going to the park and barking. So we add a page over there. So probability of dog barking. So it is go to the park and bark, or means plus, or not going to the park and bark. So you have to see that and. I use the word and. So for going to the park is 0.6 and means multiplication, barking was 0.35. So once again, if I write in a big sentence, it goes to the park and bark, or not go to the park and bark. So goes to the park is 0.6 and means multiplication. Barking after going to the park is 0.35. Or means addition. Not going to the park is 0.4 and means multiplication. Barking means 0.75. Simplify that, you should be getting 0.51. Find the variance of the number of times they go to the park in 30 days. So variance is NPQ. N is 30, P is 0.6 and Q is 0.4. So it should be something around 7.2. Question number 4. 3 identical cans of cola, 2 identical cans of identical cola, 3, green tea, 2, orange juice, 2. are arranged in a row, calculate the number of arrangements if the first and last cans in the row are of the same type. First and last. So totally how many are there? I have 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So first I go for cola. Starting with cola, ending with cola. So out of 7, 2 are done. So it should be 5 more. So 5 it can be done in 5 factorial. So 2 colas are done. So 1 cola is left over. So or else I write it out neatly once again. Let us start again. He says colas are 3, green teas are 2, and orange juice are 2. Orange juice are 2. So I have to arrange these 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So starting with cola, ending with cola. So 2 are done. So 2 are done. So what is that? I'll be left over with 1 cola. So totally how many I'm left over with? Nothing but what? 5 more. This 5 can be arranged in 5 factorial. But 2 are orange juice. So divided by 2. 2 are green tea. So divided by 2. So this is going to be 30. If it was starting with cola and ending with cola. Now next time, again I take 3 cola, green tea 2, orange juice 2. This time, all these 7, what am I going to do? I am going to arrange with this, start with the green tea and end with the green tea and green tea. So all the green teas are left done. So still there are 5, so 5 factorial. But you can see that 3 colas are there identical and 3 orange juice are there identical. So 5 factorial upon 3 factorial, 2 factorial, do by calculator, you get 10. Now the third time, what am I going to do again? Cola 3, green tea 2, orange juice 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am going to start with orange juice and end with an orange juice. Orange juice, orange juice. So 2 orange juice are done. Still I'm left over with 5. So it can be done in 5 factorial upon 3 colas, 3, 2 orange green teas. So 3 colas in 3 factorial, 2 or green teas in 2 factorial. 5 factorial upon 3 factorial, 2 factorial will give you 10. So I want the total number of ways. So now total will be, when we see, the total will be over here. Let us shift it out first, up somewhat, so that make a space. So total will be 30 plus 10 plus 10, which is equal to 50 ways. Now coming to question number 5. Set A consists of 10 digits 0000022224 and set B contains 00000222. One digit is chosen at random from each set. The random variable x is defined as a sum of these two digits. Show that probability of x is equal to 2. So probability of x is equal to 2. So what can I get? I can get 0 from the first and 2 from the second. Or else I can get 2 from the first and 0 from the second. So totally it should be 2. So you can get 0 from the first and 2 from the second, or 2 from the first and 0 from the second. So 0 from the first. How many zeros do I have? I have 6 zeros out of 10. And 2 from the second. How many 2's I have in the second set B? 3 2's out of how many? 7. So I can write it out. This is from set A, set B, set A, set B. Now plus how many 2's I have in set A? I have 3 2's upon 10. And how many zeros do I have in set B? 4 zeros. So 4 upon total 7. Simplify this, you should be getting it out. 18 by 70 plus 12 by 70, which is 30 upon 70, which is 3 upon 7. I think so. That is the first part answer. Tabulate the probability distribution x. So we have to make a probability distribution x. So you're adding these numbers. So what are the numbers being added? We can see that the numbers are 0, 2, and 4. So the combination, what are the combinations that I can get when I'm adding these numbers? I can get 0 plus 0, which is 0. I can get 0 plus 2, which is 2. I can get 2 plus 2, which is 4. I can get 4 plus 0, which is again 4. I can get 4 plus 2, which is nothing but what? 6. So what are the different numbers I can get it out? I can get either 0, I can get 2, I can get 4, or I can get 6. These are the possibilities. So first, just now we got for 2, it is 30 upon 70. So fill it out over there. It is 30 upon 70. Now I'll go for zeros. Probability of 0. So it should be 0 from A and 0 from B. So how many zeros are there in A? When we see how many zeros are there in A, 6 zeros are there in A and 4 zeros are there in B. So 6 by 10 times 4 by 7. So which is 24 upon 70. So I fill the table 24 upon 70. So I do the easiest one. 6 number of 6's. Probability of x is equal to 6. How it can be there? It should be 4 from A and 2 from B. How many 4's are there? Only one 4 is there. And how many 2's are there in B? There are 3 2's there in B. So 3 upon 7. So it becomes 33 upon 70. So I fill it up over there, 3 upon 70. Now I do for 4 also. Probability of x is equal to 4. So it should be 2 from A and 2 from B, or 4 from A and 0 from B. How many 2's are there in A? So let me write it out over here to make it clear. A, B, A, B. Similarly, this is also A, B, from A and from B. So how many 2's are there in A and how many 2's are there in B? There are 3 and 3. So 3 by 10 times 3 by 7, or how many 4's are in there in A? 1 upon 10. And how many zeros are there in B? 4 zeros. 4 upon 7. So it is 9 plus 4, 13. 9 upon 70 plus 4 upon 70, so which becomes 13 upon 70. So fill the table, 13 upon 70. So that is the probability distribution table. Now what is he asking? Find the expected value and the variance. So expected value, it is sigma xpx. So just multiply these x with its probability. So 0 times 24 upon 70 plus 2 times 30 upon 70 plus 4 times 13 upon 70 plus 6 times 3 upon 70. Simplify this, you should be getting the answer 13 upon 7. Now variance of x, what you should do? 0 sigma x square p of x minus expected value of x whole square. So it is 0 square times 24 upon 70 plus 2 square times 30 upon 70 plus 4 square times 13 upon 70 plus 6 square times 3 upon 70 minus expected value, which is 13 upon 7 whole square. Simplify that, it is 2.78. Next, what is it? Given that x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2 means this entire thing. After given that, whatever comes, that goes to the denominator. Probability of x is equal to 2. It is 2. What is that? Let us copy that part. X is equal to 2. That goes to the denominator. Whatever is there after given that, that goes to the denominator. Now what, so this is from B and this is from A. So we can get 2 either from B or from A. What is the condition he has given that? Given that it is X is equal to 2, find the probability that the digit chosen is from set A and was 2. Set A and was 2 is nothing but what? This one. So set from A, it was to be 2. So probability of A2 intersection 2. So that part goes to the numerator. So write the denominator first. After given that whatever the word is given, that should be written in the denominator. A part of it will goes to the numerator. Which part? That will be asked in the probability. It is from the set A. So set A part goes to the numerator. So simplify that. It's going to be 0.4. Question number 6. The lengths of some insects of the same type of two countries X and Y are measured. The stem and leaf diagram shows this one, so on. 5/81 means 0.815 centimeters, so you should be reading the other way, and 0.813 centimeters from Y. Find the median and interquartile range of the lengths of the insects of country X. So how many do we have in country X? 10 plus 18, 28. 28 plus 16 is 44. 44 plus 16 is 60. 60 plus 11 is nothing but what? 71. So how many are there? So let us again just check carefully. We should not be very in a hurry and we should check carefully. It is 10 plus 18 plus 16 plus 16 plus 11. 71. So we have 71. 71 is an odd number. So in order to get the median, add 1 divided by 2 to get a median, Q2. So 72 divided by 2 is 36. So 36th term. Where is the 36th term? 10 plus 8, 28 are over. Then 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So the 36th term is nothing but what? 5. So which is 0.825 centimeters. Interquartile range Q1. So we came to know that 36th term is going to be the median. So over here I have 35 terms on my left side and 35 terms on the right side. So the middle of this 35 terms is going to be Q1. So 35 is again odd number, 35 plus 1 divided by 2, so which is 18th term. So 18th term, 10 are over till here, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 is that 4. So my Q1 is equal to 0.814 centimeters. Now 35 on your right hand side, the middle term 35 plus 1 divided by 2, 18th term. 18th term will be Q3. 18th term from where? After 36th term, which is after 0.825, 18th term. Where was 0.825? You can see that. I will be drawing a dot over there. This red color dot is our median from there, 18th term. From there, 18th term. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 3. 0.833. Now, what's going to be the interquartile range? Interquartile range is going to be Q3 minus Q1, which is 0.833 minus 0.814, which is nothing but what? 0.019 centimeters. That's going to be the interquartile range. Next, the interquartile range of the lengths of the insects y is 0.028. Find the values of q and r. So for y, how many terms are there in the y first of all? 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 15 plus 12 plus 11. There are 83. So there are 83 terms for y. 83 plus 1 by 2. So which is 84 by 2, which is nothing but what? 42nd term. 42nd term is going to be the median. So which is the 42nd term? This is 28 done. 28 to 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42nd. 42nd is 7. So 0.837. Now 42nd term is going to be the median. So on your left side, there are 41 terms. On your right side, there are another 41. So the middle number of this one is going to be my Q1. So 41 plus 1 divided by 2, 42, 21st term. Where is the 21st term? This is 13, 13 already done, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21st term, Q, 0.82 Q. So Q1 is equal to 0.82 Q. Now again, 41 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 21st term. 21st term from this Q2 is going to be the Q3. So what was that? 0.837. 21st term from 0.837. So let us mark this one was the Q2. From there, 21st term 1, 2, 3, and this is 15. So 18, 19, 20, 21. So this is R, 0.85 R. So Q3 is equal to 0.85 R. Let me write neatly, 85 R. Now interquartile range. Interquartile range is nothing but what? Q3 minus Q1. So 0.85 R minus 0.82 Q. That should be interquartile range. How much he has been given? He has been given as 0.028. 0.028. So the most suitable number I should be choosing it out, the most suitable number. So it should be, in order to easy to understand, it should be 850 something R minus 820 Q. I write in capital letters to make it understand. This should be giving me 28. This should be giving me 28. And the numbers for R and Q I should be using from 1 to 10. So the most suitable number I can assume, that is R, if at all I replace it with, if I erase R and I replace it with 2, and I erase Q and I replace with 4. So we can see that 52 minus 24 is 28. So I can write that Q is equal to 4, R is equal to 2. So another way of looking at what it was, that 5R minus 2Q. So I'll take only the tens and units digits. So something numbers in 50 and some numbers in 20s. When you subtract both, you should be getting 28. So the most suitable value is 52 minus 24 gives you 28. So because I'm not considering the hundreds, because it is 800, 800, it does get cancelled. So the most suitable value for Q is 4 and R is 2. Now coming to the next part of the question. What is the next part of the question? He says, represent the data by means of a box and whisker plot on a single diagram of the graph paper. We said draw the box and whisker plot. So first draw this one. So we can see that the least number in, so let me erase all this. In country X, the least number is 0.082 and whereas is 802 and it is highest one is 848. So let us clear it up, and in box and whisker plot, remember that we have to have that 5 point data. 5 point, what is that one? So highest one and the least one. The least one is nothing but what? 0.802, which is the least one, and the highest one is 0.848. 802 and 848. Over here in country Y, the least one is 800, 800, and the highest one is 869. So we can see that we have to draw the table all the way starting from 802, 870 maybe. Okay, so my box plot or the graph will start from 0.80. I take in the intervals of 1, 81, because there are too much of data. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, and 87. So it doesn't fit. So let me redraw it out everything neatly. So what am I doing? 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, and 0.85, 0.86, and finally 0.87. Now coming to the country X. So I will make a list of Q1, Q2, Q3. Q1 in country 1 is 0.814, 814, 825, and 833. 814, 814, 825, and 833. And the least and the highest, 0.802 and 848. 802 and 848. So this one will represent it out. So 814. 814 somewhere over here. Then 825 in between 82 and this one. And finally 833. 833 over here. So it doesn't come neatly, right? So what am I going to do? I'm going to directly draw from 815 a box and 833. So you can draw a box and I will change. It is from 814 and 833. Okay, so at 825 is the Q2. 825 is a Q2. So you can see this difference is 11 and this difference is 8. So what you have to do it is your line should be having a bigger width on your left hand side. It should be left hand side should be somewhat bigger than the right hand side, and it goes up to 802 a whisker, and it goes up to 848 a whisker. Now coming to country Y, Q1, Q2, Q3. Q1 was just now we found it as 824, and Q3 is 852, and Q2 was 837. 824, 837, 852. 824, 824, 837, 852. This is Q1, Q2, and Q3. Highest and least. Highest is 0.800, the least is 0.800, and highest is 0.869. 0.800 and 0.869. 824, 837, 852. From 824 starting to 852. 824 starting to 852. And difference is 13 and 15, so almost all the same. And 837, the line is at 837. This distance is 13, this distance is nothing but what? 15. So on your right hand side it should be a bigger one, and it goes up to 800. The whisker goes up to 800, and this one goes up to 852 and 870 or 869, almost all. This is country Y. Write it out, length in centimeters. Next part, what is he asking? Compare the lengths of the insects from the two countries. So from box plot, we can compare it out. How can we compare? We can see that Y has a longer one. Y has longer insects because it is going all the way till 0.870. Longer insects on average, and you can see that the width, this is a width is very big in Y. 2 points, you have to write it out because it is a 2 marks question. So Y has larger range. So see the marks. If at all it is only 1 mark, write only one reason, but it is 2 marks, so therefore you have to write it out 2 reasons. Coming to the last question, question number 7. The heights that the children of a particular age can jump have a normal distribution. On an average, 8 out of 10 children jump a height more than 127. Greater than 127 is equal to 8 upon 10. And 1 out of 3 jump height more than 135. Greater than 135 is equal to 1 upon 3. So what is being asked now? Find the mean and the standard deviation. So convert x into z. Z greater than 1, x minus, which is 127, minus mu by sigma is equal to 0.8. Convert greater to lesser than 1 minus probability of z less than 127 minus mu upon sigma is equal to 0.8. So probability of z less than 127 minus mu upon sigma is equal to 1 minus 0.8 is 0.2. This 0.2 will not be there in the table. It is less than 0.5. So subtract once again from 1. So it becomes 0.8. To nullify that effect, swap this one. It becomes mu minus 127 by sigma. So we see that 0.2 value is not there in the table. Whenever it's not there in the table, because the table starts from 0.5, so subtract from 1. Directly you cannot subtract like that. To nullify that effect, what is this? Swap it out. 127 minus mu will become mu minus 127. So mu minus 127 upon sigma 0.8. See from the table, it should be giving as 0.842. Now the next one, probability of z greater than 135 minus mu upon sigma is equal to 0.666. 1 upon 3 is 0.333. It is 1 minus probability of z less than 135 minus mu upon sigma is equal to 0.333. So probability of z less than 135 minus mu upon sigma is equal to 0.666. Directly see this value from the table. It is more than 0.5. So it should be equal to 0.431. Now we have to solve these both. So mu minus 127 upon sigma divided by 135 minus mu upon sigma is equal to 0.842 divided by 0.431. Sigma gets cancels. Mu minus 127 upon 135 minus mu is equal to 0.842 upon 0.431. Do the cross multiplication. Mu minus 127 times 0.431 is equal to 135 minus mu times 0.842. 0.431 mu minus 127 times 0.431 is equal to 135 times 0.842 minus 0.842 mu. Get all the terms on one side. 0.842 mu plus 0.431 mu is equal to 135 times 0.842 plus 127 times 0.431. So take mu common. 0.842 plus 0.431 is equal to 135 times 0.842 plus 127 times 0.431. So finally, mu should be equal to 135 times 0.842 plus 127 times 0.431 divided by 0.842 plus 0.431. So a very long calculation. So what we can do that is we can take the calculator and do the simplification for this one, which should be giving you the answer as mu value 132 in three significant figures. Substitute this mu value then over here. So what you should be getting it out in any one of the equation. So I take the first equation, substitute 132.3 minus 127 divided by sigma is equal to 0.842. So I should be getting it out. Sigma is equal to 132.3 minus 127 upon 0.842. So take the calculator. So it is 132.3 minus 127 divided by 0.842. This should be giving me the answer 6.294. In three significant figures, it is 6.29. So sigma is equal to 6.29. Now to the last two parts of the question. Find the probability that the randomly chosen child will not be able to jump a height of 145. So probability of x less than 145 has to be taken. So probability of z less than 145 minus 132.3 divided by sigma, which was 6.294. So probability of z less than, simplify this one, this should be giving you 2.023. Then from the table, this value is 0.978. And finally, find the probability that 8 randomly chosen children, at least 2 will be able to jump a height more than 135. So my success is over here is probability of greater than 135. Success is greater than 135. So what is greater than 135? Here we have seen greater than 135 is 1 upon 3. Greater than 135 is 1 upon 3. So success is 1 upon 3. So failure will be 2 upon 3, 8. Probability of x greater than 2. Greater than 2 means you have to add all the way from 3 to 8, which is difficult. So 1 minus probability of x is equal to 0 minus probability of x is equal to 1. So 1 minus, out of 8 times, 0 times I want success. So all the 8 times I want failure. 8 times 1 time I want success, and remaining 7 times I want failure. So simplify this, 0.805. That's going to be the answer. So that concludes the paper. See you in the next paper. Bye.